Tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. My name is Beaudry. I'm the author of a book called Power Ties, The International Student's Guide to Finding a Job in the United States. It's a side project. I work in sales and business development for a couple of organizations that sell solutions into universities and higher education. I've been the head of campus recruitment for Monster.com. I've been the associate director of corporate outreach for the Boston University School of Management. I've been a headhunter in Boston in the technology space, and I started my career working in management consulting for a company called Towers Perrin, now called Towers Watson.
Can you briefly explain what the H-1 visa is and why it's important to international students?
Sure. So there's lots of different forms of work authorization that are out there for people who are coming to the U.S. to work from outside the U.S. The H-1B is the one that tends to be the most popular for recent graduates. I'm not an attorney, so I don't have all the ins and outs of it, but it's a non-permanent immigration visa. And the catch for international students and the difficulty with it is that you can't get it on your own. You have to have a company make a job offer to you and officially sponsor you with the government. So finding the organization to make an offer and agree to sponsor you, that's the challenge that international students face.
Can you touch on the biggest mistake that international MBA students might make while they're on their job search?
Yeah. There's several, which is part of the motivation for the book itself. But probably the biggest international student mistake is thinking that the traditional job search system is going to work for them here. And when I say the traditional job search system, I mean sending resumes online and contacting HR and assuming that they're going to get found because they have the skills and grades. When exactly, sometimes it's the opposite. They've got to get out there and find things on their own. That's the solution to that. But it takes sometimes painful amounts of time to come to that conclusion.
And my final wrap-up question is, what inspired you to get into this field, and why do you want to help international students especially?
So the whole international piece is kind of close to home. My wife is from Madrid, so I understand at least the emotions involved in immigration and some of the challenges involved there. But just in my career, I've worked with lots of international students, and there was clearly a need for some guidance on this because there's so many international students that want to work here so badly. And when you see a need, the entrepreneur in me made me want to try and solve that need. So I wrote the book, and hopefully people find it valuable.